Hello, hello, hey there, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about the voice. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I was just saying, welcome again to this Sunday edition of Question and Answer session with me, Benjamin. I hope you're having a nice Sunday wherever you are. Thank you so much for finding time to watch this broadcast. And if you're going to watch for the first time, please remember to like and follow this page so that you can be able to watch the past videos and the future videos. I hope you're having a nice Sunday and thank you for tuning in. So this session is always about questions about love, life, and well-being. Feel free to drop your question on the comments after saying hello and sharing the video, of course. And if you're able to respond, we will do our best to do it. And if you see a question that you can help somebody who is asking, please feel free to reply to that question. As I always say in all the Sunday sessions, sometimes a stranger will give you the best advice without judging you or without being biased. I just saw a first question here from somebody earlier on as I was saying hello to all of you. First question is from Aminah. What's the difference between love and crush? Very interesting question. Thank you, Aminah, for your question. And thank you, of course, for watching this video today. To me as Benjamin, I would say that love is the willingness to treat the other person the way you want to be treated. So you put them first, you prioritize them, their time, their feelings, their emotions, their needs, if at all they are doing the same to you. That is the true meaning of love. You try to make the other person happy, and if they're also doing the same to you, then that is love. But you can do it, and sometimes the other person cannot do it to you. What about crush? Crush is that excitement you have over somebody and you feel very attracted to him or her. It can be for a short time. All of us who have had crushes, a celebrity or your schoolmate or your workmate, a stranger, somebody online or at work. You feel very close attraction to that person, physical attraction. And it can last. I don't know how long it can last. It can be for sometimes the feelings they just disappear with the time when you realize the other person cannot also show you the same things that you're showing him or her. That is a crush. So crush is very temporary. Okay, let's see the next question here. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for I see your greetings. Thank you. Again, another question from Aminah. Does it make sense when it comes to introduction, but the man says I'm unable to attend instead? They use his photo on the function and all his relatives and friends attended. Thank you for your second question, Aminah. That is not okay. If it's about to do things with the official introduction of him to your family, he must be there. Why are you using photos? It's like people who Photoshop their boyfriend or their girlfriend and put the two pictures together and post it online. I'm not dismissing them, but it's better for him to be there. That is the true meaning of being introduced. You don't introduce pictures to people or to a family member. Adam Smith, is it possible to get my partner today? I don't know. Why not? Try the meet and mingle from 10 p.m. East African time. If you're lucky, you will get one. If you're not lucky, try again and again. I cannot be sure, but I'm using my platform here on Facebook and YouTube to help you to get that person. So tune in. Adam Smith, 10 p.m. East African time. Marble Oscar, Please tell me what's the difference between I like you and I love you. Tell me, please. Today I have very interesting questions. I like you is because of the things you're doing, and I like you. It's usually conditional. Eh? Let me make it simple by saying that when somebody says I like you, it's very conditional. If something happens bad, or your image is tarnished, if that person can continue liking you even when you're down and facing so many things, then that moves to love. Love is very unconditional. Whether you're down or up, whether you're famous or not, whether people are discussing you, very bad things about you, and that person is available, that person will protect you, will prevent you, will be there for you. That's the true meaning of I love you, for better or for worse, as they normally say. Okay, thank you for the greetings. I have a question here by Bakla. Is it Bakla Love? I loved my ex so much, but things never went the way I wanted, so we broke up. But right now I try to move on, but I can't totally pretend. But it seems to go, I've moved on. Should I take the first step or wait for God's time? Are you asking about moving on? Bakla Love. Moving on is very difficult for so many people. But as I said, even in my previous Sunday sessions, the easiest way to move on is to cut off communication. Cut off communication from him or from her, from the family members, from anywhere you get any information about this person. You should block that person who is sending you a message about him, and begin to accept that there are people that you can never be together with them. You did your best, so finally you have to accept the reality that this person can never come back, and that is perfectly okay. It's perfectly okay. And as you have said, wait in God's time. I don't know the correct God's time. Sometimes I don't know. Let me ask the audience, what is God's time? Waiting in God's time. If you're waiting in God's time, as they say, even in the holy books, God helps people who help themselves. So you have to help yourself in getting another person. Don't just sit there and hope that God is going to give you somebody. All the best, Bakla Love. Keep sharing the video. Otieno, I see you today. Welcome again back. I saw you last week. Is it reasonable to ask a lady when was the last time she had sex, if she has some crush on you? My answer, Otieno, it's not reasonable. There's no need. But these days, men normally ask in the inbox, when last did you have sex? I don't think it's necessary. If she will tell you by herself, it's okay. And even if the lady has a crush on you, I know when a lady has a crush on you as Otieno, it makes your work easier. You know that you're almost there. But don't ask somebody when was the last time they had sex. Build the friendship, and we will talk about that one later on after we have become really good friends. Brian Matonda, what if you find someone you've been engaging in social media has some personal problems and you have promised to marry her or him? What should you do? Thank you, Brian. Thank you also for joining the meet and mingle yesterday. I hope you'll be lucky finally. It depends. Personal problems, all of us, we have problems, beginning with Donald Trump and the rest of the people in the world. Each and every one of us has a problem. But when the problem are too big for that person to solve, you cannot bring them to your life. Otherwise, you're going to begin solving this person's problem, and they might be overwhelming for you. The best thing you can do, Brian, see if the person is trying to solve those problems, and ask yourself, can I really help this lady or this man? If you see, even in your heart and where you are and what you're doing at the moment, your age, if you cannot help this person, then why? Why would you bring this person into your life? It will be too hard for you, and then you start fighting, then you start blaming each other. Some people end up killing each other because the problems have become bigger than even they thought. So I don't know what personal problems you're talking about, to give an example, but sometimes you cannot help people's problems. Let them solve them and then join them later on. Lucy Tiffany, just a random question. Please tell me how to know if the man is really in love. Please help us. Lucy Tiffany, thank you so much for your question and thank you for joining this session. In my YouTube channel, I have this video, how to know that a man loves you. And I talked about it last Sunday. To make it simple, it's just actions. You already know what you want. If you know what you want in a man, so your job is to just see, is he doing exactly what he's saying, or he's doing the opposite? If he's flirting with women, has he stopped it? If he is telling you that he wants to introduce you to his family, and I mean all his family members, by this time, is he doing that, or is giving you excuses? So actions say everything. If the man says, I'm going to do this, he must do it through the actions without excuses. Now that person is serious and that person loves you. So Lucy, please go to my YouTube channel today. I hope you will go there today. I'm going to be posting a link here. My YouTube channel is the same name, Benjamin Junior Bugonko, as you see there on the screen. Open that channel and look for the video of how do you know that the man is serious. He's not just joking and wasting your time. But I will play the video before the end of this talk today and this question and answer session for you to watch it live. Mabel Oscar, you are welcome, because my boy always tells me I like you like a flower. I like you is very conditional. I like you because you give me money or nude pictures or video sex. Thank you, Grace, for tagging your friends. Thank you. You can tag your friends. Bring in your friend who sent you a question that you are not able to answer. Bring it here. You never know. Some of the viewers can help you to help your friend. Let's see the next question here. Aminah, someone tells you I love you and you answer thanks. What implications does that mean? When somebody say thanks, say thank you for the love. I may not love you back, but thank you for loving me. Ima, what's the meaning of crush? Like I'm crushing on him. In case you're just joining here, Ima, we already answered that one, but I said crush is temporary feeling attracted to somebody, temporary, a celebrity, a famous person, a stranger, somebody online, your workmate or a neighbor. You just feel a very deep attraction towards that person. And it can last for 1 day, for 2 days, for 1 month, for 1 year. It depends, but usually it disappears. It disappears when you're crushing on somebody. It goes away. Next question here, Katoshabe Lamula. Dear, I want to ask this question. Why do some people don't tell you why they left you? They just keep quiet. When you try to blame them, they act as if they still care. Very important question here. I have done a live video in 2018. I did this topic. I think I will do it again. Why do ladies always want to be told the reasons for breaking up? And what we call in English, closure. Like now it's over. Most men, and even in my own experience, most men will never tell you that it's over. And one of the reasons is they keep you there so that when they will come back, the door is still open. You can imagine a man telling you it's over, and then when he comes back, you will remind him, hey, Benjamin, you said it's over. Why are you coming back? Are you desperate? So most men will never tell you it's over. They will put you through hell, put you through drama, put you through pain, until you give up and walk away and leave him. But they will never tell you that this relation, very few of them will tell you on your face that this thing is over. So one of the reasons is to leave the door open. I might come back for some sex or some money. And when I come back, you will never tell me that I told you it's over. The other reason, of course, people don't want to hurt your feelings. I know this will not make sense if you're a lady and you're watching this. Yes, when a man is leaving you, honestly speaking, some of them don't really want to hurt your feelings. They would rather just put you in drama or keep quiet and walk away peacefully instead of telling you, hey, Katushabe, the lady that I've met is the most beautiful lady compared to you. She is smart, she's intelligent, she's more educated, she has more money, her body figure is the best. No man will do that to you. Can you imagine if your ex told you all these things? How would you feel? Is it better for him to tell you that now I found a better woman than you, or to keep quiet and let go? Which one is better? How would you be feeling if he told you all those things about the other woman on your face? So some men do not really want to hurt your feelings. They have already hurt you by keeping quiet and moving on. It's not a smart way, but when a man sits and weighs, which one can I tell Lamula? Tell her I found another woman, or just keep quiet? That's the second reason. The third reason why a man will never tell you why it's over, obviously, is they want you to know by yourself. And that's why you're asking why. Why can this man tell me it's over? So they just want you to know it by yourself that this thing is over. And asking for reasons, personally, I believe it's not very necessary. Sometimes when you're asking for reasons why they left you, it might hurt you more. So long as you know you did your best, you loved the person dearly, you were there for him, you did your best, don't blame yourself. Don't feel bad. Just know you loved a person who took you for granted. And be proud of yourself. At least you loved somebody unconditionally. You loved this person unconditionally. Even when they were hurting you, continued loving them. And that's very powerful. You should be proud of doing that. Even though this person was putting you through drama, you are still doing your best. Now begin loving yourself. Instead of finding why, ask yourself, why did I stay longer? Why was I there for a long time? Why was I there for a long time? I should have changed my mind earlier on. So all the best, Lamula. I hope I answered your question. And all the people who are in this same situation, I hope you have gotten something today. Keep on sharing the video. I see some of you are sharing the video. Thank you so much. Thank you. Good morning, good evening, happy Sunday. I see a question from Caro Kinya. How can you deal with someone who is insecure? Very nice question. Also in my YouTube channel, I've talked about insecurity. Insecurity, dealing with these people sometimes is very difficult. An insecure person is somebody who is following you all the time, wants to video call you, wants to know what you're doing, wants to know who is calling you, who is texting you. I mean, an insecure person is like a police, a spy. This is a spy. Is not a human being. Is a spy in the name of a husband or a boyfriend. He's just a spy. Dealing with that person is extremely complex. One of the ways I've said in my YouTube channel is an insecure person, you begin by yourself as Caro, by reassuring the person, I am not cheating on you. I am not doing anything bad. I'm not betraying you. You reassure them by your actions. And some people are insecure because of their past. Somebody betrayed them, and so they will always be insecure anytime they meet somebody. So once you have done your best to reassure the person that you're not doing anything behind his back, you need to remind that person that he is insecure and prove with evidence. Just tell the person, you are accusing me of this man with no evidence. That shows you are very insecure. You have no evidence about this woman. It's just suspicion. So that the people who are insecure, they need to be told they are very insecure. It's very painful to tell them, but be polite, be kind with your words, and I feel you are very insecure. The things you're doing to me, the way you are following and chasing me and trying to find so many things about my life and private life, you are so insecure. And then one other thing you can do, let them open up and tell you why they're very insecure. We meet people with the very strange stories in their past, and it's good for you to listen. I've met a lady who met an insecure man and didn't know why the man was very insecure. But when this man started speaking, the lady was so shocked. People become insecure based on how they were raised up in their family. Some of them were raised by no parents. Some of them were raised by bullies, being bullied at school. So they are not even confident with their looks and their body. They can be insecure because of so many reasons. So it's good to know why this person is insecure. And when the person is controlling you, wants you not to talk to men, wants you to explain the men that are talking to you, once a man begins telling you to give up your social media accounts without any reason, just to control you and your life, that's a very insecure person. The best way to deal with such a man or such a person is to peacefully walk away and tell the person, please get another person that can do all the things you're asking me to do. That is the best way to deal with an insecure person. All the best, Caro Kinya. Okay, Maureen, I see. Wow, I like the way Benjamin answers the question here. This is very amazing. Sure, keep going, brother. Thank you. Thank you, Maureen, and thank you for always joining. Please keep on sharing the video. Let me see the next question here. If you're enjoying so far, please help me to share the video. Lamash Leila Musa. Benja, fine. You say actions, but there are men who tell you you love them, but they don't reply. They just send emojis, but wanting one who at least replies back. Yeah, emojis is just, it means that he's just lazy and he doesn't want to talk to you. He's a joker. Let me just say, he's a joker. Emoji is so easy. You can send emojis to 50 people at the same time. Huh? So such a person, Lamash, talk to them and tell them that for 1 week, don't send me an emoji. Send me a sentence. Okay, Katshabe. And where can I get someone who knows what love is and who knows the pain of love? Where can you get that person? Anywhere. Somebody asked you last Sunday, where can you meet a Mr. Right or Mrs. Right? And I said anywhere. But anywhere is so big. You have to figure out and imagine if you are a church person or a mosque person, where is the best place for you to find such a person? If you're a gym person, if you love outdoor activities, you're an indoor person, you like reading novels, you like reading books, you like watching movies, where can you find such a person? You have to figure out, just imagine, visualize your man or your woman in this location and begin going there until you find that person. Okay, Brian, it's shameful. I can't give an example kindly. Okay, I understand that. So as I said, Brian, if somebody has personal problems or personal issues, if you know as Brian, you cannot help them to solve them, just leave them and say, I don't hate you. I'm not selfish. But after listening to your stories and your situation, I feel it's very difficult for me too and very complex. So I don't think I will be able to be together with you, and leave the person in peace. Maureen, thank you for sharing. Okay. Miss Kiro, thank you for tagging a friend there. Thank you so much. Catherine's question is here. How can you believe a man who insists he will marry you, but only if you'll get pregnant for him? Catherine, oh my goodness. Thank you for your question. Catherine Jerry, if you ask any lady who was tricked with this trick to share with you the story, you will never even entertain any man who is telling you this thing. I used to be like that more than 10 years ago. But at my age and in my experience right now, I cannot tell a woman, give me a baby and then we get married. Babies are not toys. Babies are not objects. These are human beings. Babies are the most expensive. I live in Japan, and the cost of raising a child up to the age of 18 is about $40,000. That's a lot of money, including health, education, clothes, and food. So if you're very smart as a lady and you're watching and listening to me, when you meet such a man, don't look at how handsome he is or smart he is. Don't look at how much money this guy is making. Don't look at your age that you're catching up. Don't think that the man is going to leave you if you don't become pregnant. I want you to remember the cost of raising a stable, happy child is a lot of money. And if you think of 18 years raising the child you're going to make with this guy, if you think of 18 years, how much money is going to cost you, then you would rather tell the man, let's get married. Let's get married, and then after that, we will think about the child. Don't fall for this trap. This is the worst mistake you can ever do to yourself and to your child. Don't do it. Please do not do it. And the men who always watch me, yes, we do mistakes. We make mistakes. You make these false promises. But my message is, I hope finally you also, as you get older, you begin to realize it's not necessary to make a lady pregnant and then promise her to marry her. It's not really cool. It's not a good idea. It's not really a smart idea. So Catherine, run away from such a man and don't do that, please. I beg you. Namata Josephine, hello there, hey there. Thank you. Hey, Mr. Benjamin, Mr. Junior Bogonko, okay? If the man say that he loves you, but after he got another person, you know if he comes back and tell you to forgive him, is that man really trustworthy, please? Amata Josephine, thank you. Thank you for your question. I don't think he's trustworthy. If somebody leaves you and goes to another person, it means you are not the right person for them. And if they are coming back, it's usually they are coming back for some sex. I will come back to you for sex and money if you have money. Most men go back because of sex. And if you are now financially stable, that means he will not spend money. He can also get the money. That's the reason. Otherwise, why would you trust somebody who left you for another person? Tell him to go back and build his relationship. Katushabe, just look for Benjamin Junior Bogonko. Go to YouTube and search Benjamin Junior Bogonko. You see the name here, my name is here, Benjamin Junior Bogonko. Search it on YouTube right now and you will see my channel. Salima Sweet, what happens when you are deeply in love? Thank you for your question and thank you for joining yesterday. Are you the one who joined yesterday dancing in the meet and mingle? What happens when you are deeply in love? You will do many crazy things. So many crazy things. Good things and bad things, silly things. You can travel even from continent A to continent X in the name of love. So when you're so deeply in love, my message to you, Salima Sweet and the rest, please, don't forget yourself. When you begin forgetting yourself, especially when you begin to ignore the bad things the guy is doing, and then you say, this is love, but I love him. He cheated once, but I love him. He slapped me yesterday or last month, but I still love him. When you're so deeply in love, you might forget that your life is important. Your health is also very important. So as you fall deeply in love with any person, do not forget Salima behind. Bring Salima together with you. That's all I can say. Diane, I've seen you. Thank you so much for joining. I don't agree with such man. Why can't he marry you first? Yes, Maggie. Thank you. Happy Sunday. Thank you so much. Angelina C. Otieno, if I may ask, is it good for a friend of your lover to tell you on how much your lover cares for you? The answer is yes and no. It's okay. Sometimes we don't know the person that we love, or the other person that you love may not express the way they want to. They feel like, I've not told Otieno everything that I wanted to tell him. And they can send a friend to tell you how they feel about you. It's okay. So long as it's not another lady. Eh? Lady should not send another lady to tell a man. Eh? These sons of Jezebels are not jokes. Don't send another lady to go and say how much you love the guy. The man will end up eating both of you. But Otieno, it's perfectly okay. People struggle to express how they feel. So just listen and listen to what this friend is telling you about the other person, so that you know how much they really care for you and love you. Dejucos Catherine, hello there. Thank you so much for your question. I think you're in Philippines. Long distance relationship works? What's the best way to make it last? Thank you so much for your question. Again, Catherine, in my YouTube channel, I've done a video about long distance. Please search for my name today, Benjamin J.R. Bogonko. And you can type this name here on YouTube and also together with long distance, and you will see the video coming there on the screen. The best way to make it last? Most people say communication. Yeah, communication is very important, but for me, communication with action of trying to make this distance become shorter. If it's taking too long for you to be together, as I said in my also previous Sunday session, if you have gone 2 years and there are no plans of you being together, especially if you're dating, there are people who are married and they are in long distance because of work. Those ones are in a different category. But if you're dating, you are a lady, you're over 28 years, you have met a person, it's going beyond 2 years, 3 years, still in long distance, and there are no plans of you being together any soon, you're not making it last. You are wasting your time. So there's a time limit. If you're over 28 and it's taking too long, in my experience, you can only make it last for 2 years. After 2 years, if there are no plans to be together, my friend, ladies, if you are in that situation like Catherine, 100% you are being played and you're wasting your time. Mercy Tom, how can someone cope with a partner or a friend who is a poor communicator? Very important question, Mercy Tom. Thank you so much. Yeah, I've said before, the two most important things for friendship or relationship to really, really work. Number one is communication. And number two is knowing what the person likes and doesn't like. You see, with your best friend, the reason why he is your best friend or she is your best friend, your communication is very nice with that person. And number two, you know what this guy likes. I know my best friend what he likes and what he doesn't like. That's why we have been friends for more than 20 years. The same thing applies in almost all relationships. Even in business, if you're a businessman, businesswoman, you need to know what your customers like and what they don't like. And then you need to know how to communicate with a customer to make them come back and buy your products or get your services. So Mercy, your question, how can you make a person to cope up with somebody who is a poor communicator, is if the person doesn't call you or doesn't text you as much as you want, try to keep on reminding the person. Reminding the person how communication is very important. Don't give up in reminding the person. Don't give up. You can try as much as you can to remind them what thing you prefer, Also find out why they don't maybe call or text or speak. Try to find out some of the reasons. Maybe it's their personality. Maybe they are too shy. Maybe they are very deep stories that they cannot be free enough to share with you. The best thing you can do is just be a listener. Be a listener every chance you have. When finally the person is talking to you, just listen. Men, before they open up to you, it can take a very long process. But when a man begins opening up and talking and sharing with you some personal stories, just sit there and listen. Just listen to him. Don't be worried about asking him very difficult questions or trying to fix the situation. Just be a listener. And that way you will encourage the man to talk. And if the man begins opening up, later on, tell him how you felt, that was the best talk ever. So you congratulate him that you are happy for him to talk finally. But don't push. If you're pushing a man to the corner to tell you why are you quiet? Why are you quiet? The man will say, nothing. Who are you thinking about? Nothing. I'm not thinking about anyone. So questions and pushing somebody to the corner, especially with the men, even for the ladies or the mothers who have their children, they have boys. They will tell you as their boys are growing, it becomes difficult when they become teenagers. I teach teenagers, and for them to open up and to tell you what is bothering them is so hard. It's very, very hard. So be a listener. Try to be a friend, of course. Friends don't judge people. Friends don't demean people. If somebody is sharing with you a personal story, don't laugh about it. Don't go and gossip about it. In fact, if a man opens up to you and then you go and gossip the story to somebody else, that will be the end of him sharing with you any other story about himself. So I hope I helped you, but it's very difficult. I hope I've done my best to tell you on how to deal with somebody who does not communicate. And I wish you all the best. Mercy, Tom. Yes, Mbinya, closure is very important. You're not reading the ones for hide my identity. Okay. I'm going to my inbox shortly. Leah Lesh, thank you. I prefer he keeps quiet and walk away because me too. That's how I do. Okay. Thank you so much, Maureen. Thank you, Diana. Katshabila Mula, dear, I want you to teach me how to fake love seriously because I'm really tired of being honest with someone at the day of there. No, I cannot do that. I cannot teach you on how to be fake. Eston Jerry, yes. Mercy Tom, how can someone cope up with a friend? Okay, we answered that one. Purity, how can you deal with someone who is silent, even to have conversation? I think purity, that's what I was talking about. A man who is silent, give them time. Give them time. Tell them, I've given you about 1 month. When you're free to share what is affecting you or bothering you. But if they are not sharing with you, then that means they still don't trust you. They don't believe in you. And they don't feel safe. Most men, including Benjamin, we don't really feel safe to tell you what we are really going through. By the time a man reaches a stage to say, this is what I'm facing. I struggle with erection. It's very hard. And if a man can judge and see, purity is going to laugh at me. Purity is going to judge me. So I cannot tell her something. Give the man time, but not a long time. Of course, give him a time limit. 1 month is enough. 2 months is also okay, as he's trying to figure out. But if it's taking too long and the person is not saying anything, then probably there's nothing you can do about it. Let them go away in a peaceful way. But as I say it again, don't force somebody to tell you things they are facing. Let them tell you at their own time. Ngazi Tina, Catherine, if you dare to be pregnant, you will know that you are dealing with a safari rally car. Catherine, that's what I told you. Any man who is telling you, let's have a baby and then get married, you are dating a safari rally driver. Mbinya, closure enables real moving on, setting aside a baggage. Yeah, Mbinya, that is true, but as I say it again, most men will never tell you it's over. And I gave the reasons why they will do that. And if they are not telling you, then even if they tell you or they don't tell you, the relationship is over anyway. So, it's over. Just move on and cut off this person 100%. No communication again, no following, no talking, no meeting, no nothing. Then you attract other new people in your life. Let me see. Tangi. All of you are saying hello. I'm picking the questions, but I'm seeing your greetings. So please bear with me if I'm skipping your greetings. Thank you so much for your greetings. Because the session is about questions and answer sessions, I'm picking the questions because of time. Tangi, how can someone deal with a short-tempered boyfriend and too serious? Beautiful question. Thank you so much, Tangi. I've done a live video about this. Short-tempered people. I used to be very short-tempered. I have come a long way, and I thank God for that. Maybe because of my profession as a teacher. Teachers cannot be short-tempered in front of their students. That's one advantage for me. Dealing with a short-tempered person, one of the ways is to avoid annoying them. You can predict, if I say this to him, this is how he's going to react. If I do this, this is how they're going to react. So you try to avoid annoying the person. If I'm with my partner and I know she's short-tempered, I know if I will tell her this is how she's going to. So you begin with yourself. What you say and how you behave. What words do you use? If you know that this one normally annoys him, you avoid doing that as much as you can. The other way of dealing with a short-tempered person is try to talk about the short-temperedness with him, especially when they are very happy. Some people say after some good sex, I don't know if you are couples, after giving a very good sex to this guy, let him take a nap to breathe in and recover the energy. When he wakes up, so long as the sex was really good, and then in a very calm way, like the music I'm playing in the background, begin to tell this person how his short-temperedness affects you. Sometimes people don't know they are short-tempered, or even if they know, they don't know how to deal with it themselves. So you begin telling the person, when you react, when you do this, when you say this, this is how it affects me. It makes me so sad. It doesn't make me to be comfortable to be together with you. But I wish you could try as much as you can to control your temper whenever you're annoyed. And maybe they will begin to realize that they are short-tempered. But as I said in one of my videos in the past, short-temperedness is another mental illness. Such kind of people actually need professional help. The celebrities you follow here online, sports players and very famous people, they go to an extent of hiring counselors, psychologists, psychiatrists to help them take classes of dealing with short-temperedness. People like Mike Tyson, they are notoriously known to be very short-tempered. And there are professionals doing that. Of course, you have to pay some money to be helped to deal with short-temperedness. But if you are someone who is watching me on this video today, and you have short-temperedness, whether you're a man or a woman, my message to you is anger has consequences. One of the techniques I use to deal with when I'm so annoyed, I can predict the consequences. If I'm teaching young boys, normally I'm teaching these boys who are 5, 6, 7 years old. Very energetic boys and very annoying. Very difficult to teach. 7-year-old boys. You have 45 minutes. And you have to teach them. With the boys, they can really annoy you. They don't want to listen to you. They want to compete. Boys love competition just like men. Everything is about competition. Somebody must win something. And to control them, it involves a lot of the things like talking, like the way I'm saying. I talk with them, I talk with the boy, talk with a senior person, talk with a senior teacher, Google about how to deal with such boys with short-temperedness, tell the parents, involve the school counselor to talk to the child. So that's why I'm saying the short-temperedness can be from right young age. Somebody never realized or people never saw that this man is actually short-tempered. Even if you're a parent and you're watching me, your son, your daughter could be very short-tempered, and you might think that they want something and you must give it to them. You need to realize that as they are growing, if they don't know how to cope with their anger, it's going to affect them in so many things. So you as a parent, you need to find out, why is this boy or this daughter very short-tempered? So Tangi, when assuming that this person was very short-tempered growing up and nobody cared to help him, if they are overreacting over so many stupid and petty things, one of the other ways is to leave them. I'm sorry to say that. A short-tempered people can kill you. They can actually kill you within 1 second. It takes only 5 seconds to kill a human being. And if all of us had guns, if you had a gun in the house, how many people would have you killed by now? If you had a gun, when you hear a story a police officer has shot his wife and finally shot himself, is they are very short-tempered, very frustrated, and they have a weapon next to them. So one of the other things to deal with a short-tempered person, don't argue near weapons. Don't argue in the kitchen. Don't argue in the kitchen, and always be thinking about your safety. Once the argument starts up, you should be thinking about your safety exits. Like when there is a danger going to happen in a building, there are normally those green signs, please run here. So be very careful about how you are reacting to them. As they are saying words, you can decide to be cooler one. Let me cool down. Let me not provocate him more. And then think about your safety, because many people can actually kill you when they are very short-tempered. Okay, Shiko. Benjamin advised me, I'm almost getting married as a second wife. I love the guy so much, and he loves me too. He treats me like his wife already. He treats my son like his aunt too. Advise me, please. Shiko Leah. This one, I normally say, ask women who are second wives. You should listen to their stories. Yes, their stories may discourage you. But Shiko, my advice, if you want to be a second wife, make sure it's official. 2 things. Make sure that his family knows you. And number 2, make sure that the marriage also becomes legal. Otherwise, there are very many men very tired with their first wives, and they just want another woman for their happiness and to release their stress. And one way of doing that is by fooling you that they love you together with your son, and they will add you another son. So one more important thing, don't be pregnant. You already have a son. Take your time. As I said in my last Sunday, there are ladies who have tried this trick. It never worked. It backfired on them. The same man who said, I love you together with your son, has added you twins and comfortably goes back to his woman. Now you have your son and his twins to deal with. The question I want to ask you, Shiko, if another man comes again after you have twins and your son, now you have 3 children, if another man comes and tells you the same story, will you accept? The answer obviously is no. Please, ladies, if you already have a child, don't entertain that story of a man coming to you that you can be a second wife. Don't entertain it. I know you need a man in your life. I know you want a father figure. I know you would wish your son to grow with a man in the house. But when it reaches that stage, you should focus on your son. I'm just assuming. Focus on getting another father figure instead of putting yourself into another drama and then you end up with another child and not married. But as I said, if really this man can do it, let him introduce you to his family so that you are known. Don't appear during the funeral that you are also his wife. Very sad story. To appear from nowhere when people are crying and mourning and say, hey, me too, I'm his wife, I have a son. It's a very sad experience. You don't want to be in that situation together with your son and maybe a child that will add to you. But if you love him, if you really, really love him and he loves you, who are we to say no? Who is Benjamin to say no? At the end of the day, I can talk and talk. You make the final decision. That is my advice to you. But the decision depends with you as a Shiko together with that man. Isifu Meet and Mingle is always on Saturday and Sunday from 10 p.m. East African time. So today is a Sunday. Check your time wherever you are. 10 p.m. East African time. That's when we do the Meet and Mingle show. I'm going to my inbox here to check some of your messages. Don't trust these sons of Jezebel. Huh? We have so many men who want a second wife, but they will not tell you. The problem is they make you pregnant. That's the worst problem. If they could just tell you, I just want you as a second wife. I know you have a son. I already have a son. Let's just help each other. That is perfectly okay. But don't buy that story of a man telling you, become my second wife. Lamash. I've been in a relationship and we are married, okay? And then what happened? But I've not been happy, giving him several chances, thinking he will change, but nothing. So I decided to travel abroad. The first months he showed he cared, text calls, but after he no longer texts, used to text, shows he reads, but no reply. Now it's 3 years now, no communication. I decided to move on and concentrate on my job. I need your advice. Thank you so much, Lamash. I really don't know what advice you're looking for. You already did what I could have done. As I said again in my videos, when you move away, if you relocate and you're not married, men give up. They get tired of the text and the video sex and the video calls. They get tired. There's no hope of you coming back and being together. So one of you has to surrender and just say, if the man cannot move to where you are, you can't go back home. That is unfortunate. There's nothing we can do about it. Even you know as Lamash, there's nothing you can, unless you quit your job, go back home, start a family. If that is the best thing you can do, why not? But if it's impossible, then you have to let go. Let go and find another person that maybe it will be easier for you to be together sooner than the way it's taking too long. 3 years is already passed beyond the time. And probably he has impregnated another lady, or is planning to marry, or he is actually married by now. I don't know. But sometimes you have to let go. It's for your own peace and for your own life. Focus on your job, as you have said. Move on. Concentrate on your job. Save as much money as you can to build your future ahead of you. Lispa, thank you for joining. Hi, Benjamin. Is it advisable for parents to argue in front of their kids? Thank you so much for your question. I have seen this in my own family, and it was so unfortunate. Nobody wants to see two people arguing, especially parents. Children get stressed. And in my profession as a teacher, I know a child who is stressed in class, and I can tell their parents are fighting at home in front of him or her. So it affects them. People think children have no stress. Do you know how Corona has affected millions of children in the world? Can you imagine not going to school for 6 months? Let me pause that one. For 6 good months. Can you imagine at your age? 5 years, 10 years, no school for 6 months. How would you feel? It's very stressful for this child. And they do not understand what's going on. And then there's no hope. It's like there's no hope. It's like Corona is back. And so this stress, as you're fighting in front of your son or your daughter, you're piling up stress on them. You are affecting their own esteem. You are making them to feel like there's no safety here. At least in school, they are meeting their friends, they are playing, they are dancing. They are also fighting, of course, but in competition in a healthy way. Any smart parent should just see there's a son here, there's a daughter here. Politely pull your partner into the bedroom and explain to the children, Daddy wants to talk with Mommy for some time, and then do whatever you want to do there. Don't kill each other inside there. But honestly speaking, if I'm with my partner and my daughter is here, I wouldn't want her to see us arguing and exchanging words in front of her. It is so sad and it's really bad. You have no idea how these children are being affected as they grow up. And most of those kids will say those are people who say marriages are scam. If my daddy and mommy were fighting every day and then you tell me to get married, marriage is not fun. Marriage is hell. So please, it's not advisable. It's not. That's why school helps. When they have gone to school, you have time to argue and sort out your stuff. But now without school and Corona, even without Corona, please don't do that. Faith George, thank you for the update. I would like to ask, does blood covenant work in a relationship, and is it important to distant relationship? Blood covenant, wow. What a question, Faith. First of all, I don't believe in that. Covenant works with actions. People get married, sign a marriage certificate, and 2 years down the lane, they are divorcing. There are people who cut themselves and exchange bloods. It's just a self-belief that now that we have exchanged blood covenant, we are going to be together, but that's not a guarantee. And it's not even important in long distance. What is important in long distance is two people intending to stay together. That's what is important. Brian Matonda, what can be the right age to get married? Thank you for your question, Brian. I think you said last time you're 25. 25, you're still too young, my brother. The right age to get married is, as a man, from 30 to 35 is actually cool. That one is good. That one is good. But I'm assuming you have also done a lot of knowing how to make money to survive in this world. Money is the root of everything. If you have little money, you will fight with your wife and with your children almost on a daily basis. Focus on how to begin making your money as much as you can. And then as you are growing older from 25, make mistakes. Don't make a lady pregnant again. Just learn your weaknesses as Brian. Make sure that you learn a lot on how to communicate with women. There's a lot of information online these days. You can Google that. You can watch some of the videos. So you begin educating yourself. What is marriage? When this happens in marriage, what should I do? What shouldn't I do? Because most people have no knowledge. You learn after you have gotten married. But if you have time, and which you have at 25 up to 30, those are 5 years of knowledge. Studying a lot, and studying about your weaknesses. I wish I knew so many things that I know now. I really wish, but nobody was there to tell me. There was no internet like it is right now. No YouTube videos for me to watch and read and listen to some people who are very successful in their relationship. Nothing was there like that. But now you have the opportunity. You have the opportunity to learn. So get married when you know what marriage is all about. That's all I can say. Mike Kubai, how do you become a good communicator, especially bearing in mind you're an introvert? Thank you so much for that question. Wow. It's a very serious question there. An introvert to become a good communicator? How can I respond to this one? It's a very smart question. The good thing, you already know you're an introvert. What I would say, Mike, be open and just tell your partner or your friends or your co-workers, I don't know where you are or your situation. Tell them you're really a man of less words. And it doesn't mean that you are being a snob or you're too proud. Sometimes it's good to tell people I'm just a quiet guy, and I'm okay. I'm happy. I'm not stressed. I'm not depressed. I don't hate you, or I'm not being proud. Tell the people like that. They will know. They will know that you are quiet. So you're accepting you're an introvert. But even in my YouTube channel, I've talked about building self-confidence, which of course is to talk. Some of you see Benjamin talking and you're like, Benjamin could be a good communicator. If you met me in person, I'm very quiet and cool. I don't talk a lot. It's because I'm doing this online and I'm on video and people are watching and listening to me, then I have to talk. Otherwise, all of you will walk away and stop watching me. So in that YouTube on building self-confidence, is you begin to practice. Practice makes perfect. By saying, I have a challenge. Today I want to talk to this person. I want to talk to my younger brother for 1 hour. You set a challenge for yourself. Let me talk to my younger brother for 1 hour. And then you prepare. Because you have to prepare what you're going to talk about. Even for me in my shows, I sit down, prepare, get prepared. Even if you're going to meet a woman, you prepare. Meet and mingle show. Prepare the questions in advance. Stand in front of the mirror. Rehearse your questions and your answers. So you're preparing yourself on how to talk, to communicate with people. So I hope you begin to train yourself. Check out that YouTube channel, Benjamin Junior Bogonko, how to build your self-confidence. And I hope with the time you will gain the confidence on talking. And read books about communication. Watch videos about communication. There are so many of them online. And you will learn the tips on how to become a good communicator. Good communicator is somebody who listens more than speaks. And a good communicator also is somebody who does not listen to answer. He listens to understand why that person was saying that. If your woman is telling you ABCD, you don't need to reply. You need to understand, why was she telling me that? That is the best communicator. So Mike, I wish you all the best. And thank you so much for your question. Finally, let me check on my DM. I said I'm going to check on my DM before I go. Hi Benjamin, please connect me to someone who is in Europe. I need a serious guy. I'm 39 years old, a single mother of 1. I've seen your message. Anyway, join the Meet and Mingle show. If you sent me that message, join me at 10 p.m. East African time. Lamash, I've seen your message and compliment. Thank you so much. Malimali, I see you. Though this one is Don Silas. Don Silas Asiga. My wife says I don't. My wife does what? Says I don't have beat. I'm wondering what that means. I also don't understand what you're saying. Gazetina, how long does this thing of giving time to a silent partner take? As I said, one month. If it's beyond 1 month and they're not opening up to tell you something, then probably they don't want to tell you. So you begin cutting them off. Rono, we have done that one. Malimali, quick tips to move on. Thank you. Quick tips to move on. Oh, okay. Quick tips to move on. Cut off communication. Go back to your family members. They are very important. Go back to your mother. Go back to your sisters. Very, very important. Don't try to date again, especially within 2 years. You are going to make another blunder, even if you've just divorced. You don't get married again after 2 years. Give yourself time. Cry as much as you can. Regret. Curse. It's part and parcel of life. Then most important thing is accept that the relationship never worked, and then find out why. What was your contribution as Mali or as the other person, or it was beyond the two of you? It's very for you to do your own homework. This is what I learned from this relationship. This is why it never worked. And moving forward, I will try to change this. Hopefully it will work, and it will be better for me so that I don't get again heartbroken. Every relationship teaches you a lesson, and that lesson should help you to make a better decision. But cutting off communication should be number one thing if you want to move on. No, thank you for your compliment there. Okay, Namata Josephine, thank you. Lucy Jaden, I've been in several relationships. I tend to be much focused and serious, but after some time, I realize they are cheating. This has broken me, and I have no hope in love anymore. I'm sorry about that, Lucy Jaden. It happens these days. My advice is try to find out the signs of a cheater in advance. There are many signs. If it's long distance, I will do let's plan and do a live video here. Signs of a cheating partner, whether you are together or they are far away, and people will share with you the story. When you know the signs, you begin not to be so deep into this person's life. And if they're always cheating on you and they are far away from you, why not begin dating people next to you in your town or in your city? I know some of you ladies watch me from the Middle East, and it's very hard to find a man there, especially again a man who is single. It's very difficult. So sometimes you have to understand, because of the distance and where you are in the country where you are, there are very few single men, and most men are not actually very single, even if they are far away. So it means you just have to accept the reality. It's very difficult. This is beyond Lucy, is beyond Benjamin. You can only hope that when you're meeting somebody, whether it's online or in that same city where you are, they are serious. But watch out for the signs, and don't ignore the signs of a cheater. Don't ignore them. Tumohe, thank you so much. Lamash, you are welcome. Brittany, thank you. Enosh Omoyo, life has no marking scheme, nor, yes, thank you so much. No marking scheme, that's very true. We all make mistakes, but there are some mistakes that you can avoid as Enosh or as Benjamin. Don't repeat that. And that is already a marking scheme. Don't repeat the same thing you did last year or 2 years ago. Nyash Eve, if you have a kid and get married to a person who is not his dad, is it advisable to immediately move in with a kid? Thank you for your question, Nyash Eve. It's not really advisable, especially if you have a daughter. And I'm not demeaning the men. It takes time. The ladies who after there's a lady that follows me and told me she has teenagers, a boy and a girl who are teenagers now, and she has been single for quite some time after divorce, and she said she will start dating after the daughter has moved away from the house. Together, maybe the daughter has moved away from the house. So you can imagine how complicated it is to have such a person together with you in the house. It's advisable, according to some who have tried it, take your time to learn someone's personality, and you will always remain the mother, no matter what. So by learning the personality of the other person also has to understand they're not the real father. They're not the biological father, but most people don't really understand that. They might behave and act as if they are the father. The child can see this is not my dad. And as the child gets older, things become tougher for him together with that boy or that girl. So it's really complicated. Take your time. I would say, I have no experience on this, but from the stories I've heard from people who have tried it, take your time in learning this person's personality and his family and his true intentions. His really intentions. Otherwise, I wish you all the best. But you never know. There are people who have done it. I'm not discouraging you. But if I was you, I would take my time to know what kind of a person I'm introducing to my life and to my child. Finally, Freddie, thank you so much. Bella, what is the question? Fortunately or unfortunately, we are coming to an end. Okay. Don Silas, Asiga, Agisa. Anasema Kisi's love is by beating her. I don't know how. There are people who like to be beaten and abused. They think that is love. No, they think that fighting is very important. That is not love. That is not love. Can you imagine if you have a friend? Don Silas. I'm assuming you have a best friend. Not your partner, not your spouse. If your partner beats you, slaps you today, because you annoyed him or her, do you think you will continue talking with that person? This is your best friend. It's not even your partner. And in reality, our partners should be our best friends. So how does beating show that you love and care? No. Beating is not a sign of love. Beating is a sign of stupidity and being a coward and using the shortcut of solving a situation. It's really bad. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. It's been an honor listening to you guys and, of course, reading your comments and your questions. I want to say sincerely thank you so much for your time. I hope you picked up something, and I wish you nothing but the best. Whatever you're doing, any decisions that you're making about your life, about your well-being, about your love life, I can only wish you all the best. We all make mistakes. I'm one of them. I'm not an expert. I'm not a professional, or I'm not a perfect guy. I have my weaknesses, but every time I speak about them, I read from people's stories, I hear from people's stories, I keep learning. It's a journey, it's a process, and you too can learn from your mistakes and your weaknesses and be better and do better. So see you later on from 10 p.m. Especially the DJ will be coming at 9 p.m. East African time. My DJ Spags, for 1 hour from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. And then I will do the meet and mingle from 10 p.m. And also for those who are living in the U.S., Sunday, Texas time, 10 p.m. Again, another meet and mingle for those who are living in the US and Canada. So for the rest of all of you, happy Sunday. Enjoy your day. Have a nice week. God bless you. Take care of yourself and stay away from Corona. It is still here with us. Be safe, protect yourself, and remember that God loves you and Benjamin loves you too. So see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.